yourself outside of the elite field for next year. How do you feel now bowling for a world championship?
Don't wake me up yet. Okay, we got one more game to finish. Then I'll let you know.
Still in a dream. Okay, and for you, Mika, you were having a little bit of a nightmare in that last match. You were able to finish strong. How do you keep that momentum?
Just try to make a good shot, one on time, and try to stay with Tom.
All right, good luck, guys.
Can Major Mika win his third major championship, or is it time for the first ever for Tom Baker? What is on the line today? $120,000. 438 total purse. That was the season high purse available beginning our event. And a 5-year exemption goes to the winner. Great start in the semifinal match for each. Now, folks, it's the championship match. Our season-ending event gets underway right now. 10-pin.
Bake's had some time to sit and watch what Mika did, and be interesting to see what his ball reaction looks like a game later. You know what this guy is going to do. He's going to be piping the high hard one right around the second arrow and throwing pins around.
Real contrast in style and release point. Tom Baker well behind the foul line, as you saw there. Great look from our lane level there. Thank you very much to everyone. The PBA Tour, Chris Peters, Steve Miller, our Commissioner Fred Schreier as well. Great job they've done resurrecting our tour and directing us into the future. End of an era, by the way, we should mention, for the PBA here today. The all-exempt field, 64 bowlers strong. Next year, Halloween, the opener in 2004. But right now we finished this great season. And Mika, a 2-pin.
Well, take a look at this, and this is wide right. And very fortunate to only leave the 2-pin. That's the difference between the guys that are on TV today and the guys that were losing matches, didn't make through qualifying. When we missed that far to the right, we left the 2-8-10, 2-4-8-10. Mika, West Malott, you saw in the match earlier, when they went light, 2-8 or 2-pin.
For the final time this year, Randy, our Baby Ruth real deal matchup, Koivuniemi and Baker.
Big disparity right here. 12 pins a game, higher average for Mika, but just like last year when we had Walter Ray and Brian Kretzer, 51 games for Bakes, only 8 for Koivuniemi. And Koivuniemi has major experience. That's why his nickname is Major Mika.
With a big crowd behind him, Koivuniemi strikes.
That ball well left of the shot before, and here's the difference. Watch it now. There's a rangefinder about the 8th board down the lane. On the right lane, he was around the 6th board.
Harrisburg Open. May 31st of 97, the last PBA Tour title for Tom Baker. Knocked off Walter Ray Williams Jr. in the final that day. Here, Mika Koivuniemi stands in his way. 123 events between potential victories for Baker. And as we mentioned, an incredible story of overcoming drama. Amazing pressure for Tom Baker. Came in 67th. And after that first match, a win, 33rd on tour, and he is exempt. He told us yesterday he wasn't quite sure what he was going to do because bowling is his life. 28 years on tour. Tough to change your career path that late.
Tommy and I were going to start our own pool cleaning business back in South Florida. I'm just kidding. But, you know, double points this week. And, again, we've talked about it throughout the telecast. What an unbelievable performance, especially from a guy who's a 28-year veteran and 49 years of age.
As he mentioned with Holly Lane Level in the interview before this match, it's like a dream for him. And that was his input to us last night in interviewing him. He just couldn't believe how far he's come.
And take a look from down low. That ball is dead perfect.
Mika's no stranger to winning, no stranger to TV. But he's never competed in an arena setting. until now.
See ya.
Yeah, that really had a hurry and did not. Wow. Washout.
Well, the only good news, if there is any, is that he's on a strike, and if he can convert this washout, he won't lose any pins in count.
1, 2, 4, 6, 10. Still up for Mika here. They're the multi-pin conversion numbers so far for him this week. Remember, he's only competed in a couple of matches because he made that round of Super 16 by being in the top 8 in points. Can he convert? Oh!
No way! He missed that. He got it too far right of the headpin and comes back off the side wall and throws the 4-pin forward into the 2. Are you kidding?
You get the feeling things might just be meant to be for Mika Koivuniemi, who twice had the messenger across the deck for the 10-pin against Wes Malott in that semifinal to emerge from what looked like certain defeat for a victory. Is everything going the Big Finn's way? Nothing left it out there. When we return to Ypsilanti, we will crown a champion, the ultimate king of the lanes, the World Championship winner revealed when we return.
First.
As we told you earlier in the broadcast, Brad Angelo, seen with his wife, best friends with PBA road roommate Tom Baker, both from Buffalo. He's rooting on his buddy, and they respond to the kiss camera as well. We are set now for our final. Those two really happy to be together, leading us to the Universal Tire Rock and Roll.
Mika working his magic, attempting to convert the 1, 2, 4, 6, 10. Headpin goes to the sidewall, comes back out, knocks the 4 backwards into the 2. He is amazing.
Western New York is indeed well represented, including our own Joe Ciccone. Angelo Baker. Roommates and best buddies. Now Brad is watching this unlikely story unfold with Tom Baker. Fourth frame. Set down and a pitch for him.
The PBA announced this week the induction of 2 new members into the PBA Hall of Fame. Matt Fiorito of the Detroit Free Press and Mort Luby Jr., former publisher of the Bowlers Journal International. Congratulations to both of these sports journalists on their inductions.
Tom Baker inducted 1999. This would be a major accolade on his bowling resume. Chance to win a first ever major. He's accomplished already so much this week. Can he take it all the way? One step further. Shots like that. Yes, he can.
You see what Mika's playing or where he's playing in the first match? You see that ball? He's getting that ball to bite. This is earlier in this match, just a pinch right, and it goes from getting 10 to getting 5. And it appears that Mika's now struggling, has lost his look on the right lane.
Down 30 now, working on a strike. That's way high. On that right lane, more struggles.
And sure enough, to compensate for missing too far right, he misses too far left and leaves the hardest non-split or washout spare that we face on the PBA Tour. 3, 6, 9, 10 for righties. And for lefties, let's see, how do I, it's the 2, 4, 7, 9. The ball's got to get over in here, or the 2, 4, 7, 8, right. Get in here. The problem is the back pin, the 9 pin. The ball's got to carry that, the 6, 10, or the ball will drive the 6 into the 10. If you get it too far to the right, it hangs. Too far left, it overhooks and you chop it.
Takes care of the spare nicely. Today, the Pacific Live Open concludes on ESPN2. Lindsay Davenport against Justine Henin-Hardin. Last two majors she's won in the ATP final has Federer-Henman. That's 3 and 5 o'clock on ESPN2 Pacific Light Open from Indian Wells, California. That's all coming your way. First, we finish business here in Ypsilanti, Michigan. Season concluding event. Baker struck 4 straight times. 6th frame, Mika Koivuniemi. Helping in on number 10.
The old Tomahawk 10, not the messenger. The 6-pin goes to the sidewall, leans on it. Watch this, 6-pin sidewall. Little nudge. And Mika is clean through 6 frames, going at a 2:00 pace. Needs to desperately figure out the right lane because Tom Baker is dialed in.
Wow. Another perfect shot. 60 feet to success for Tom Baker. Convocation Center, Ypsilanti. A packed house today for the season-ending PBA World Championship here on ESPN. Randy Peterson. Holly Rowe, lane level. Best Bluffs, the best of the World Series of Poker coming up next year on ESPN. Right now, Baker, 5-bagger, has got a 40-pin lead.
Look at that poker face.
He's dialed in, looking to expand the lead more. Does so. And his roommate on the road, Brad Angelo, loves every moment of it.
49-year-old Tommy Baker taking it to the Big Fin with shots like this. Spare and then 6 shots in a row. Look at that reaction. He knows he's inching closer and closer to his first major title, a title that will carry him for 5 years on this tour to the end of his career. 28-year career on the tour to this point. We talked to him last night, Dave. He told us if he were to win that 5-year exemption, at the end of it, he would retire.
Mika needs something in a hurry. When was the first time Tom Baker was ever on TV, folks? 1976. He's been around a long time. 728 career events. Has no majors. 9 titles for the Hall of Famer. He's now 8-8 over his last 10 TV appearances combined, the match play record. An incredible career. But what an exclamation point opportunity for him.
And it couldn't happen to a nicer guy. He's won the Steve Nagy Sportsmanship Award out on tour twice. He's truly one of the good guys. And for everything that this week meant to him to get this far and to possibly go on and win, it's just an unbelievable story.
Niederlitzer 3 in a row. Shreds the rack. A big shot, applying some pressure for the Big Fin.
Mika not going away quietly. It's going to make Tom Baker work for it. This ball is perfect. If Mika were to strike out, he would shoot 250. Tom Baker is right now in the 240s.
Bidding for 7 in a row. Only a 6 count.
Tommy Baker had a little bit of problem there with the approach. Watch this. Watch this little hop. Look at that. He lost leverage, didn't have his balance. And when you lose leverage, you don't get quite the amount of hand and revolutions in the ball. That's why that ball came up light, leaving the bucket.
8th frame, needs to convert. Does so.
Beautifully done. Right now, Tommy Baker going 246 pace. Mika Koivuniemi, he can strike out for 250.
All right, Bakes, come on.
Bakes needs a strike here and a second strike in the 10th frame and count to win, no matter what Mika does. Big shot right here.
Best of the World Series of Poker is coming up next. First, we declare a champion. Will it be Tom Baker? Foundation frame time.
Good job, good job, good job, good job.
10 down in the pit for Tom Baker.
Talked about it all year long. When a player lets go of it, you can feel it immediately out of your hand. Listen to what Tommy Baker says right here when he lets go of it.
Good shot.
He knew it as soon as he let go of it. Good shot, good shot, good shot.
It's hard to grasp, folks, what an unbelievable story this is. Last night, Tom couldn't believe he had gotten this far. And now he's on the verge of the World Championship, his first ever major. Unbelievable. That's high.
High flush, but it wasn't pitch high. Wow. Now he's going to go to his good lane. 3 in the 10th will force Tommy Baker to strike on the first ball in the 10th frame and get good count. If Mika does not strike on this ball, this match is over.
What's on the line? $120,000 from our tour high $438,000 purse and a 5-year exemption for a man, folks, who didn't think he'd have a job at the start of this week. He's exempt. Maybe. He's a world champion, too. He needs it. Mika gets it. 5-bagger, Mika Koivuniemi.
He did the same thing in the previous match against Wes Malott. And right now, with another strike, Mika will make Tommy Baker show up in the 10th frame. Taking a re-rack, gathering himself, making sure that everything is perfect. The last 5 in a row. Tommy Baker, though, still in control of his own destiny, no matter what Mika does with this ball here. Oh!
Pin.
Just about as good as you could possibly throw it. A vicious ring and 10. And right now, Tommy Baker needs a mark and count in the 10th frame. Take a look at this. Watch how fast the 6-pin goes around that 10-pin. He thought it was perfect. Watch this reaction.
Off his hand, it looked to be completely flush. As if he had cured it. Instead, it's a mark. And a 239 score for the Big Fin, Mika Koivuniemi. And now it's a mark and count for Tom Baker to make history. That's all he needs. Seven-pin lead.
A pocket 710, and that would have been the end of Tom Baker today. Wow.
Can you believe what he avoided by a fraction? Mika's wife on the left, Brad Angelo. Tom Baker's roommate, Michelle Angelo. Can't believe the pressure.
Needs to convert the spare.
Gotta have a 7. Does it? Four pins, that's all he needs now. And he'll be a world champion.
I've been on tour for 23 years. This is probably the most amazing story I've ever witnessed and ever seen.
Yes! Yes! Oh my God! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh my God! Congratulations, man. 5 years.
Tom Baker is not only exempt, not only does he have a job for next year, folks, he is a world champion. His first major comes today in Ypsilanti.
In the league at ESPN.com/fantasy.
ESPN's live coverage of the PBA World Championship from the campus of Eastern Michigan University is brought to you by Odor Eaters. Absorbs sweat and destroys odor on contact with new Zorbatex technology. By Geico, a 15-minute phone call could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And by Cambridge Credit Counseling. Log on to nodat.com and find out how good it feels to be debt-free.
We are here with the world champion, Tom Baker. Tom, after 28 years on tour, your first major, how did you do it today?
I don't know. I just want to say this is the highlight of my career, obviously. You know, at the beginning of this week, I said just give yourself a chance and just take it one frame at a time, one game at a time. And here we are 50-some games later, and I'm still thinking that way until I got that last ball. I can't put anything into words to describe this victory for me. I mean, it's been a rough go all year, and I'm ready to cry, and I don't know what to tell you.
How about congratulations to you, a 5-year exemption, $120,000, and you are the world champion. Dave?
Tom Baker is the oldest player in PBA history to win a major at 49 years old. Congratulations to him. It's been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more, log on to ESPN.com. Coming up next on ESPN, the best bluffs of the 2003 World Series of Poker.